And we're good to go. Okay, we are talking about becoming a cash-rich CEO today, which is a subject that's very close to my heart. I talk about it very often when I see coaches, mentors, trainers, people who are telling their clients, I will show you, I will help you make more money. And that's perfect, that's ideal, because you need to be making money in business, first of all. But hardly anyone teaches you how to keep your money. And this is a huge problem for so many people. When they've got a business, they are making a lot of money, but they are spending a lot of money as well. And it's the energetic mismatch for them between keeping money, being able to hold money, and not being able. So they need to align to the frequency of money to be able to hold more of it. Pretty much no one teaches it, or hardly anyone that I know teaches it. And this is so important because, as I said, I'm seeing people who come to me who are making 100K a year, or they are making much more than 100K a year. And they come to me and they say, I've never felt less abundant than now. I've never had less money. I've never paid myself less than I'm paying myself now. What is wrong with me? Well, there's nothing wrong with you, but you need to learn how to be able to keep more money. You need to learn the strategies, and you need to learn the mindset and energy work to be able to hold more money in your space. Because let's face it, this is not something we've been told. This is not something we've been taught as children, how to have money. The attitude, if you look at your kids, the attitude very often is, I've got money, I'm spending money, right? Get your child £5 and send them to a shop and tell them spend it on whatever you want, buy something for yourself. It's very likely they will go away and spend the full £5, or they will actually, maybe £5 that will not even be enough for them. That's very common as well. So we are not being trained to hold on to our money. We don't see us as a safe thing to do, and that's what we need to transform. So I will give you a framework that I work with my clients on how to create this cash-rich CEO mindset, how to hold on to your money, and what to do once you've got it. I think it's really, really key, really crucial in your business to be able to do it. So the 3 elements that I concentrate on when I work with my clients is the energy, strategy, and the mindset. And I'm expecting no surprises here. I talk about it so much that you will see it from absolutely everywhere when it comes to my work, how I do it. Now, I don't believe that working only on your mindset will give you the results that you want. I also don't believe that working only on strategy will give you what you want, or on energy on its own. I believe you have to combine all 3 of them to be able to get to the results that you want to get to. This is where the fun starts. This is where it gets really exciting and really, really important for you. Okay, so for all of those kind of parts of the formula, I'm going to give you 3 different things that, again, I concentrate on with my clients and that you can concentrate on and implement, because this is what will make your life so much easier. And it will change how you think about money and how you behave about money. Remember, the fact that you are not a cash-rich CEO yet is probably because of your programming, of the past behaviors, of your habits, of how you think about money, of how you treat money at the moment. It's something that has been programmed into you for years. So now your job is to change it, to 1, spot, have the awareness of what's wrong, and to be able to change it. And this is when you're transferring yourself into a cash-rich CEO. It will not happen without doing this work, guys. I'm really sorry to say it, but it will not. If you think that by making more money, you will be able to keep more money, this doesn't work like this. And I would strongly, strongly recommend to start working on this stuff when you're still making little money, before you start making huge amounts, because it's much more difficult to sort it out then. Mindset, ego-wise, it's much more difficult to do it when you're at the kind of 6 figures. When you're still smaller, it makes so much more sense to you. And believe me when I say to you, if you can't manage 1 grand at the moment, you will not be able to manage 100K unless you do the work that I'm talking about here. So let's crack on. Any questions, let me know. Right, so the first one, wealth mindset and cash holding mindset. This is where the work starts. It's all in your head. It's all in the way you think about money. So I want my clients and I want you to start thinking, how can you change your mindset? How can you change the way you think into a more abundant way, more wealthy way? How you can, one of the things that I would recommend is making wise financial decisions, because when you start thinking more about your decisions, when you start paying more attention to the numbers and what return on investment you will get, what will happen is that cash will start playing a bigger impact in your business and in your life. And you will start paying more attention to it. If you pay more attention to it, more of it comes to you. This is the law of attraction. This is how it works. So creating wealth mindset means that you are becoming more magnetic for money because you are looking after money more. Now, the second thing would be to invest in yourself. And I'm talking time and materials here, time and money. So my go-to thing is surround yourself with people who think in a similar way to you. I have been in so many training containers, programs, where scarcity and lack were the main focus. All the people in the group were talking about the same thing, lack and scarcity. And it gets you very, very quickly. You just absorb it because that's our human nature. That's what happens. We adjust our energy to belong with the group. So if you can, and I'm sure you can, it's just having the will to do it. Surround yourself with people who think in a similar way when it comes to money, who come from the abundance mindset, who come from the mindset of I can do it, it's possible, rather than it's problems only for me. I hope it makes sense, but you will see how quickly your frequency changes when you're in a group of negativity versus when you're grouping with positive people. And how you think and feel about money in those two groups makes a huge difference as well to you and to your business. Now, the third thing here is never stop learning. You know, financial intelligence is something so, so important to allow you to have the financial freedom that you want, but you need to be doing it. If you ask people like Warren Buffett, like, you know, any other millionaires out of this world, people who are making billions, not even millions, ask them what they do every single day. They learn something new every single day. This is what makes such a huge impact for them. They commit the time to get better at things. They never stop learning. And for you, financial intelligence should be something you start investing time and money into now. If you're thinking, I want to be cash rich CEO, now is your time to think, how can I do it? And it doesn't have to start with, oh, I'm going to join this program, I'm going to join that program. It can start with small things. Listen to audiobooks that are to do with money, with positive money stories. Listen to podcasts that are to do with positive money behaviors. Buy yourself a book, you know, join a membership that is to do with money, but it's the positive money impact. I'm going to hammer in on this one because it's so important that it's the right people, it's the right podcast, and it's the right book that you're listening to. Think about what would really excite me to learn about this month and give yourself a small challenge. Now, you don't have to become Warren Buffett overnight or even next month because it's not doable. But what you can do, you can read a book about him, and you can read a book about how he behaves or how he behaves just now. And you can mirror what he's doing and what he was doing 20, 30 years ago. This is the way you learn. You mirror people who are already where you want to be. You surround yourself with them and you mirror what they do and start learning from them. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. That doesn't make sense. It's not even healthy for you because you will be working much harder than you need to. Use the shortcuts. Use the shortcuts that you've got. I was laughing because I was speaking to someone this morning and I said to them, I invested in my own business. Multiple five figures in myself and my business and my own self-development. Why? So that I can get people where I am much faster. and much quicker. I want other people to use me as a shortcut to benefit from what I'm doing, so they don't have to go through 5 years as I did, but they can get there much quicker. Okay, when it comes to energy, when it comes to your energy, the things that you need to concentrate on are emotional goals. Why do I talk about emotional goals? You have to have a financial goal that you're emotionally connected to. Now, if you're talking about a financial goal that is for you 100K, or a cash buffer goal that is, I want to have 50K in a bank account, and it's just a number, you're not emotionally connected to it, so you're very likely not to achieve it. It's just, again, energy. This is how energy works. So what you need to find is the emotional goal, financial goal, that actually you feel the emotions when you think about it. So if the goal is 50K per month, or 50K in your cash buffer, that's a good goal, as long as the 50K means something to you, that it's something that you can feel in every cell of your body. So it might be that the 50K is, I don't know, exactly how much you would need to pay off your mortgage, let's say, right? That would give you so much security. That would give you so much feeling of abundance. This is the emotion you're going for. You want to achieve this goal for the emotion. You don't want to achieve the goal just for the sake of achieving the goal. This is not how it works. So create financial goals that you can connect to emotionally. And this way you will energetically be aligned with your goal, and it will be so much easier for you to achieve it. Now, I'm talking here about cash, but this emotional goal works for absolutely everything in your life. So just use it. Use it for absolutely everything. Okay, the second thing here is power over money. Again, if you've given away your power over money to your accountant, your spouse, your advisor, financial advisor, if you have got the attitude of they are the experts, they look into it, and I don't have to pay attention to it at all, you've basically given away your power to them. And that's not healthy. And that will not make you wealthy. I did a post on Instagram the other day about how Lady Gaga went bankrupt while she was already quite successful, very successful. She ended up 2.3 million pounds in debt because she didn't have power over her money. She gave it away to other people. She had advisors that she trusted so much, they were doing everything, but it was not their money. Think about it. You will never pay as much attention to someone else's money as you're paying to your own money. This is your power. This is where you need to claim it back. Now, with my clients, I use energy exercises to claim back the power, to get it back into their body, to cut off any leaks of power that are happening. And it changes the way you think about your money. It really does. So definitely look into it. Now, the third thing from the energetic perspective, and it's probably the hardest thing, is feel like you already have it. We know feeling is the secret. And we also know that if you don't have the cash buffer that you would like at the moment, it's quite difficult to feel like I've got it. Because the 3D shows you log into your bank account and there's no money, there's no cash. So you're like, how am I meant to feel it if it's not there? Well, this is the key. Visualize that you already have it. Visualize the emotions, the feelings when you already have it, and sit in it. Even if it's only a few minutes every single day, immerse into that feeling of it's so good, so calm. It feels so abundant. It feels so amazing when I've got the money, when it's there in the account. Visualize how you're logging into your bank account and you can actually see that high number that you're after. It's sitting there already. See those emotions, bottle them, and use them when you have to. When you've got a dip, when you've got a wobble, when something doesn't go your way. Sit down and go back into that feeling again. And that will change the rules of the game for you. Mindset and key and energy are so important here. But obviously there is a strategy as well, which we cannot forget about. So when it comes to strategy, first thing would be plan your money. Create a spending plan and create a cash flow, because then you can see black on white. This is how much money I need to have to create the cash buffer. This is how much money I need to have to create extra cash, right? You cannot, I can guarantee you cannot do it in your head. It needs to be on Excel spreadsheet, piece of paper, whatever it is for you. But if someone tells me I've got my cash planning or I've got my spending plan in my head, I know they have no clue about what's happening with their finances. So don't be that person. That person who doesn't look into their money, doesn't plan their money, will never become cash rich. It's just not possible. The second thing is to invest your money. I'm huge, as you know, in investing, huge. And the thing that started it for me, and that's so important when it comes to investing, is creating monthly investing habit. That's the hardest part. When you start at the beginning, you want to sit down with yourself and you want to make a decision. From now on, X% of my income will go towards my investments. And then make it automated, make it non-negotiable, so it actually happens every single month. Don't dip into this account, it's investments. It's just gone almost, right? Start putting money aside for the investment and you will see it grow very, very quickly. And it's a beautiful way to create momentum when the investments grow, when you see how well it's doing. Yes, there will be dips because this is what happens, but it's about managing your investing. It's about managing the psychology of investing. That is so important. Starting is the key. So if you've not done it yet, create a separate bank account or create a separate pocket space, whatever it is, and start thinking about how much can I invest every month and put that money aside. Now, to be able to decide how much to invest, you need to know your numbers, right? You need to know how much you're making, you need to know how much you're spending, and you need to be pretty good in understanding what's happening with your finances. So make sure you do it. Make sure, because it's gonna be such a game changer. Now, the third thing here is review and course correct. When it comes to creating strategy for cash in business, sometimes we come up with ideas, we come up with things that we can do, we implement them, but life changes, things change, environment changes, you know, the market, your ideal clients, so many things change. So what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to review what's happening, where are you with your goals, and actually being able to course correct when it's needed. That's why it's so important to be on top of your numbers from the strategic perspective, to understand what's happening in your business and to be able to do something about it. Now I'm going to go back to the example of Lady Gaga. She wasn't doing a review. She wasn't course correcting. She wasn't checking her numbers. She had no idea where she was when it comes to money. And if she had someone to hold her hand and help her through the process, she wouldn't end up bankrupt. You need the right people in your corner if you're not able to do it yourself. But if you are, make sure you spend that time doing the review and course correct. Make sure that you actually sit down every month and check, this is my sales, this is my income, this is how much cash I saved, this is how much cash came in, went out, all of those important numbers for you. Check them out and make sure that you understand what worked, what didn't work, why it didn't work, what can you do to improve. Those would be my biggest takeaways from a review like this. And that's something I do every month. That's something I encourage my clients to do every month. And it's really, really a stepping stone for you to move towards the business that you want to have. All of this that I've just described, you have to have a CEO mindset to be able to do it. You will not be able to apply all of this knowledge from the employee mindset, because the employee mindset will keep on be telling you work, 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 harder, harder, harder. It's the CEO mindset that tells you, okay, take a step back and let's look into it. Key, absolutely key. Right, so this is what I wanted to share with you when it comes to becoming a cash-rich CEO, what you can do. Let me know in the comments if it makes sense. Let me know if you've got any questions. Was there anything here that maybe surprised you? Or maybe there's something here that you're already doing, maybe something that you can improve on. And I would love to know what you're thinking about it.